Ahoy out there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Dee Dee. How's it going? Happy Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Is your week going to an okay start, or do we have to fight people? My week is both going well, and also I need to fight people. Could be better. Oh, okay, we're fighting this week. We're fighting. Cool. I was just talking with Iduna earlier that the vibes are always weird during the last 2 weeks of the year, so makes sense. For me, I have a coworker who, she has an office, which is fine, good for her. But she's decided that instead of turning off her phone, so it doesn't distract her when her various alarm reminders goes off, she's just gonna stick it in she's just gonna keep it outside of her office, on the in her pocket on the coat rack, so she can't hear her alarm going off for 10-15 minutes, but I sure can. And I know this is intentional. Because steal it? Oh man, it's tempting. I know this is intentional because when we had our co-op student working at the apothecary in the summer, he found a random phone in a drawer because it kept going off, and he's like, I know no one no one uses this station, so how do we go about finding who it is? And I forget exactly how I ended up doing it, but somehow I managed to get her profile up because it was an Android and saw it was this coworker's, and then I brought it over, and I'm like, hey, did you accidentally leave your phone somewhere and they just put it at a desk? And she's like, oh no, I put it there on purpose because I didn't want it to go off during my meetings. And I'm like, turn your fucking phone off then. So when I heard phone ringing stuff today and no one did anything about it, meanwhile people are actually on calls talking to clients as this phone is ringing full volume, I'm like, I'm taking matters into my own hands here. And so I tracked it down, I found it, and I'm like, if this is an important phone call or this is an important alarm, too bad, I'm turning it off. You can deal with it. Yo, why the snow worky? For real, stop, use your words. Oh no. And hi, Art. Oh my god. It's tempting, Luna, but I mean, I had mentioned it before that I'm being relocated to a different location in, come February, so it's unless she somehow ends up at that location with me, it's not gonna be a problem anymore. So I don't think I need to stick the phone up her butt, but someone else might if she doesn't start developing more considerate habits. But other than that, it was a good day. I went to the mall during lunch. It's the unpopular mall in town, so it's not actually swarming with Christmas shoppers. And I went and bought myself some stuff. I got one of those reed diffusers finally. I wanted one for so long. Because I don't want to use candles, because A, flames, B, flames with cats. Generally bad idea. So my whole thing is like, if Ru-chan, it's like, if you want to be the typical millennial zoomer and use your scented candles, please shut the door to your room when you do it. Just so the cats don't get any bright ideas. Love the little wall scent things your sister got you hooked. Nice! Yeah, I like the reed diffuser in theory because the scent will be stronger or weaker depending on how many of the sticks you put in the bottle. And as someone who has some degree of sensitivity, it's nice to be able to control that versus like, you know, a scented candle. It's like, it is what it is. You can't really make it burn less, so to speak. But yeah, it's nice floral scent. They actually come with decorative flowers you can put in the base along with like the reeds. So, very cool. Very nice. It is... why am I blanking on how to say the name? Hyacinth? I'll put it in chat so you can look yourself. Sometimes I'm blanking on how you say it. But yes, that's it, Art. You got it. That is it. That's your favorite flower? Nice. I mean, they are very, very pretty. I like them as well. That's why I got this one. The fake flowers that come with it are not actually the flower that matches the scent, but that's okay, I guess. It's like when I was at the store, I'm like, I'm pretty sure these are just random flowers that match like the aesthetic, but okay. And then like I went and looked up, like reconfirmed what the flower looks like. I'm like, oh yeah, these are no. But hey, it's pretty. It's a nice, gentle floral scent. It's really nice. I have it close to the bedroom door, so every time I leave the room to go to the kitchen or something, I get like a nice waft of like floral scent. It's hyacinth. Gotcha. Okay. I'm sure at some point I knew how to say it properly. It's just been a long time, and I'm like, wait a second here. Hyacinth. Okay. But yeah, then what else did I get? I got it at Miniso, which, you know, is the smaller version of Daiso. So just a lot of various Asian and Sanrio related products. So I got like some more hair ties and some clips for my hair and a Christmas present for Iduna and like a sleep mask and some other stuff because I have a hard time sleeping when there's any light. So I'm like, maybe I'll try it and see if this works. It was only $4, so I'm like, if I can't get comfortable with the mask on, at least I tried and I didn't spend that much money on it. Because that was the whole thing, right? Iduna had recommended getting a sleep mask before, and I'm like, I don't even know if I'll tolerate it because I'm such a light sleeper. I'm like, I don't even know if like I'd be able to sleep with this thing on, and I'd hate to waste the money. But I was at the store and it's like $4, and I'm like, it's $4, it's pink, and it's my melody. Why not? What have I got to lose? Sometimes you just gotta try. You often nap during the day? That's fair. I mean, when I'm tired enough, I can nap with some lights on. But it's like I'm very easily disturbed. To help counteract that, I do play like either ASMR videos or sometimes I'll just like have people's VODs or streams in the background. Because I grew up falling asleep with the TV on, right? So people talking, that doesn't disturb me. Once I'm up, I can't fall back asleep until the night. I used to be like that a lot. Sometimes I still am. But yeah, the joke used to be, when the sun's awake, I'm awake. So it's like, I went to bed at 4 in the morning. Too bad. Sun's up at 7. That's it. You get 3 hours of sleep for today. Not that I very often would stay up that late, but you know, go to a party or something in university, it happens. Also, hello, Zexu. Alright, big stretch. And we will get cracking momentarily. For those who missed the last time, Edgeworth solved the murder in his office. Good for him. Now he's on a plane, or rather he's flashing back to when he was on a plane coming back to, you know, Japan-California, like the non-actual Japan and California location in the dub, the weird mix of things. But the plane has an elevator. It's got 2 stories, like it has a full-ass bar and a grand piano. Now, I'm not very good at physics. We know this. But everything in my body tells me I don't think we have the technology to make propulsion engines powerful enough to get a double-decker plane off the ground and in the air. A plane with 2 stories, really? Huh? No way. Humans, what are you doing? Seen, not been. That's what they want you to think? And I mean, I guess it would also depend how big the plane Ranger saw was, because I mean, this is a straight up 2-story jumbo jet, so I could see it happening. That's crazy. Shut up! There is such a thing as a double-deck aircraft? What? Huh? Many early flying boat airliners had 2 decks? Huh? What? Huh? Interesting, because yeah, the entire fandom's joke for the longest time has been how illogical this plane is, but then again, it looks like the 2 decks are decently sized. Versus the plane in this story, where it is, the cargo hold is literally big enough to have a giant ass statue in it. And by giant ass, I mean 3 times the height of a man. So like, this is like a big freaking plane. People scare me. You'll scare me. Not like I'm already anxious about flying every single time, because you hear more and more accidents because people are slacking on maintenance and all this crap. Now I gotta worry about frickin' luxury cruise liners in the sky. Why can't we just sail the world on a boat like the universe intended? Not a Titanic. But you know, hate flying, but when I do, I just sleep through the whole thing. I wish I could do that. I would literally have to take medication to knock myself out to pull that off. There's actually an anime like that, Everyone Boats. Which anime? There are a lot of animes with boats. One Piece! Oh! Is it a mecha anime? Gargantua something something something? School Days? School Days only has a boat. Once in one episode. Everyone living and sailing on a boat. Yeah, I think that's Gargantua, which was a mecha anime, if I'm remembering. It is a mecha anime. Then I know exactly which one you're talking about. I actually really liked that one. Yeah, Gargantua on the Verdurous Planet is what it's called. Squids were the anime? Yup. And spoiler alert, they were really squids. I mean, they were squids, but like, you know, like. There was something about early 2010 mecha anime in squids, because Sidonia also had space squids. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I pulled up the script. Now I'm like, or rather pulled up the wiki, reminding myself of everything. I'm like, yep. I forgot the girl was named Amy. Feels hilariously relevant with the Sonic movies and all that stuff now. When I hear squids, I think of Courage the Cowardly Dog. Well, obviously there was an episode with a squid. It's been a long time since I've seen Courage the Cowardly Dog, but oh! The Star Makers are a race of giant space squids that create stars. I see. Star Makers are really large extraterrestrial squids. They're like this, probably more than 10 meters. And there was a space whale in that episode, because of course there is. All anyone ever remembers and references from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is the whale. Man, talking about that, I remember being so freaking depressed when I found out about the whale in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I was like, they just killed the whale? And they're like, oh yeah, it just like spawned in the air. And it was like, the whole point of the story is it's going through like an existential crisis. I'm like, but it dies! I was a very, 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 very sensitive teenager slash child. I still sort of am, but my humor's gotten a little bit darker as I've gotten older. Man, I remember having friends slash acquaintances who like to hang out on the B forum, like slash B forum on 4chan. And they did not like that I was like, so you're assholes. You're enjoying other people's suffering. You're an asshole. Life numbs us all? I don't know if I've been numbed and I've just gotten better at processing things, but... I don't know how I would describe my sense of humor. All over the place, probably. Woo! Anyway, here's the weird giant plane in question. So yeah, last time Edgeworth got accused of murder, he managed to prove that the flight attendant was mistaken. Go You! Yeah, that's the name of the company. Go You! Go You Airlines! But yeah, as soon as Edgeworth proved his innocence, some random foreign dude decided to have words with him. So, here we are. Spooky! Hi! Welcome in! We're just getting rolling. Perfect timing. Yes, this... Look at that! All the mood floops are like, spooky, spooky, spooky. It's like when you come home from work and your pets run up to you like, hi, 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 you're alive, I missed you, hi, hi. Oh! So this poster in the back, it shows up later in the case. And I always wondered, because like, you know, on the DS, 3DS, everything's smaller, right? So I never actually saw this full poster. It says, License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. It's a movie, and I'm like, I always wondered what kind of movie this was. Now I know. Now I know. It is the most action-y plane. Spooky slowly shifting to NA schedule. That's not gonna go over well when Spooky goes back to work in a few weeks, but Die Hard 2, pretty much. Mixed with, like, snakes on a plane or something like that. You were shopping for snacks? That is some intense snack shopping. What'd you get? Anything good? Anything interesting? I was thinking of you earlier because my coworkers gave me chocolate for Christmas again, and you had made a joke about like, if you get some more, you can like send some my way, and I was like, I don't know about mailing this stuff to Germany, but I thought of you anyway. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? Oh yeah, this guy said even though Edgeworth has quote-unquote proved his innocence, he still wants Edgeworth to remain in custody. 50 euros worth of snacks? That is quite a substantial amount of snacks. What is it you want? I am finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. Like, I think that is justifiable. If I'm ever in Canada, I'll grab those chocolates. Okay. Better hurry. I can keep them in the fridge. I don't know how long and how good they'll stay. In the fridge. You! How dare you try to waste my time? How dare you try and waste my time? You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. I want to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I mean, it looks like you have a vase occupying your first class seating. I think you are spending plenty of time with your art already, along with 4... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 paintings. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I am pretty sure that's how you say it in English. I have no idea what the... Insolvent? I know what insolvent is. I'm trying to figure out what he meant instead. English is this dude's second, maybe even third language, so... Well, I should hope I'm not monetarily bankrupt, but I don't think that's what you meant. Oh, that... Yes. There's that as well, and... Can't insolvent also mean you won't dissolve in water? Snacks for future Moonfloof watch-alongs. Beautiful! I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Sinclair Second. I am a very wealthy man in Borginia. Ah, yes. This fictitious European-ish country. We have Franziska, who comes from actual Germany. And then we have the fake countries like Borginia and the Republic of Zanfa. The Phoenix Wright world is something. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer. A rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout? I have to explain! Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not even have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Did he stack it away? Yes, and yet you continue the blather on. He's very, very colorful. I saw it, yes I did. I saw the victim go on to the elevator. Going down to the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. Does he sleep with the vase? Is that what I'm supposed to get out of this? And what's the significance of that time? At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? Damn, that sounded like he was pulling out a knife, but it's just a pocket watch. He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body? Oh my god, the lip biting. This guy is really going through it. Well, it was a little after that patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:50. Oh! Hicks was his name, was it? Then I say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes? I figure a gun. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. Not wine. Definitely not wine. And his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29 bottles of other fruit juices. I was still eating, still haven't finished, see? Is that a whole ass meatloaf? Or is that just a steak the size of... Oh my god, wait, it's on a hot plate. That has to be a steak. That is... I don't want to see the cow that came from. The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. Take one down, pass it around. 28 bottles of totally not alcohol or spirits or beer on the wall. I continued. That's not how you sing it around, Ranger. Now you have to go, you know, from 27. No complaint, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say. But do you have what you say, the evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain on what you saw? Enough to give testimony? Of course, I was looking at that man the whole time. He was playing with that annoying little, small machine the whole time. Machine? Yes, that's what you people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with the click, 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 click. From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer? A cell phone? Right. Back when they made this game, we were all still using Nokias. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. A simple cell phone? A laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget. Okay, Ranger, you don't need to go all the way down to 1. Please do not. I stop here. Okay, good. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty, all it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Miss Tenero. Yes? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. What? You want to examine the crime scene? If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. I don't like the sound of that fox and the duck pen. Yes, I think that's how you say it in English. It's fox guarding the hen house. And I believe my innocence was proven earlier. For any folks who don't know that saying, it basically means you're asking for trouble. Trying to get someone who would obviously take advantage of the situation to do a task. Because, you know, foxes eat chickens. So why would you trust a fox to guard a hen house? And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Toneto, if you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. Brain getting bigger! Expansion! I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. Ha! This should not be approved. Please, Mr. LeBlanc, in an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back. Isn't he too busy flying the plane? You're not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. I only fabricate evidence. Ha! We will see. Mr. Edgeworth? You have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. What? Unbelievable! I am in your debt, Miss Toneto. However, there is one condition. I'm gonna go eat some tacos. You might come back later. Okay, then we might see you later. So maybe have a good night. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? Of course, I see no problem with that stipulation. It is only natural, as I am still a suspect in this case. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. Now, please, calm down. Your face has been quite red for quite some time. I am afraid you are going to pass out. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Also, oops, I bumped my desk with my knee. I apologize if that made any sound on the mic. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to use the T to talk button. That is T for talk. In French, it would be P for pal. Ambient volume has actually been pretty good on this mic. Excellent. Yeah, it comes with a digital noise gate and filters already installed, along with the... Oh, what do they call it? The cat? Like, you know, the little thing, like the spongy attachment you can put on the mic, so... There's also reverb settings on this if I ever do decide to do karaoke. The pop filter? Is it the pop? Is it the pop filter? I thought the pop filter was like the windscreen. It came with a cat? Not that cat! Foam cover, windshield. This is okay. It's technically just, yeah, pop filter is something different than the foam cover. And I was thinking of the cat slash the muff is the fuzzy type. Pop filter is literally like the attachment. So like if you ever see a microphone that has that arm in front of it with like the round disc, that's the pop filter. It's to diffuse the p in your voice. So the whole point of it is to keep it a set distance away from the mic so the screen diffuses the sound before it hits the microphone. The foam cover just generally mutes all, like dampens all noise. So both are valid, it just depends what you need it for. I used a pop filter on the old one. because it wasn't as good at evening out everything on its own versus this one, where I can just use the muff or the foam cover, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, Edgeworth's like, we have just been standing here doing nothing. Foam cover actually helps a bit with pops? Yeah. Don't get near to me, you criminal. Okay. You're nice. He said, don't get near me, you criminal. I am not the killer, and I intend to prove that starting now. And I mean, the pop filter does that even more so. If you keep it... It's supposed to be about 6 inches. If I'm remembering correctly, 6 inches from the mic. He says, but that's contrary to the facts. I mean, I can understand with the stutter, sir. I can understand his English just fine, thank you very much. Vilmo, hello! Hey, miss, how about another glass? Excuse me, but I was wondering if you know anything about the murder. How about it? How about a glass together? Sorry, but I must decline. I wasn't talking to you! I was asking the cute attendant! I'm sorry, but I'm on the clock right now. But if you need a refill, I'll be happy to bring you another glass at any time. You got it! Ew! That's no way to talk to a lady, Edgeworth's like, I am queer AF, and even I know you don't talk to women like that. I feel bad for flight attendants. This stuff happens. I may have a word with you. Oh my god, that really is a giant-ass steak. That is... something. That's great to hear. However, I would like to ask you a few questions. I was here whole time, so wouldn't know. Eat or speak. Pick one, you rich brat. That's a loaf of a steak. Literally why I was like, I don't want to see what cow this came from. To have a flank that dense, like... He made his choice. I think he chose to eat. I think you're right. Yes, I can hear that. Oh yeah, and then there's Edgeworth with his chess set, his giant law tome, a cup of tea. Well, actually, it's probably coffee, considering there's a French press over there, but... Girl, you okay? Excuse me, but may I have a word with you? You there! If you need something, please ask Miss Rhoda over there, okay? What the? Hey! Wake up, you! I'm terribly sorry that she's being so rude, Mr. Edgeworth. No need for you to apologize. I just find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I'd see to it that her salary was cut so low that it was in the red. Yeah, Gunshoe can testify to what it's like having Edgeworth as a boss. Alright, down we go. In order to preserve the crime scene, I'm afraid the elevator is not in service. To get to the first floor lounge, we should take the stairs. There's stairs?! The emergency escape hatch? Hold on. What's the probability that the criminal escapes through here? 100%. Huh? Oh! Let me finish my thought. I'm 100% certain they didn't. When I'm searching for an answer, only complete thoughts need apply. Damn. I was like, well, why aren't we going to check then? Damn. Not only are there stairs, it's a wooden staircase. It's not even like a metal spiral staircase. March 12th, 7:26 a.m. Flight G390, first floor. And there's frickin' not marble. Copper statues? Bronze, that's the word. I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Tornado. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. Sure, where is he? And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you. Your standing with me hasn't changed one iota. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. Her hair is perfectly square in the back. Oh yeah, it's like, they look almost like, it looks almost like a skewer. Like with the big squares or like the big chunks of onions and meat that like you usually see on like barbecue skewers. And also her eyeliner is like perfectly sharp. Like that is the most perfect cat, like winged cat eye I have ever seen. Like, there's the meme that's about drawing your eyeliner with a knife. That's what she did. Love her design? Oh yeah, she has a great design. So my time runs out at his and his crew's discretion, does it? With a knife? I mean, it's a meme. Because some people, for a while, there was word of mouth advice going around that if you wanted a perfect cat's eye, you should use like a business card or a credit card or something as like a guide, and like, you know, you draw along the edge. So from there, someone started making the joke with like the knife and stuff. Well, obviously she takes her hair down when she goes to sleep. I don't know how to tell y'all, but most women do not sleep with their hair up. Maybe she has a perfectly shaped hole in her bed for the hair, or she has, you know, like when you go to the spa or get a tattoo and they have you lay on a chair, like it's like a bed, but there's a hole for you to put your face through so you can still breathe while laying on your stomach. Maybe she has one of those, and that's how she's able to keep her hair like that. I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide aboard? I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, those peasants, No one can move between those two classes and first class without a staff card key. And we found no record of a card key being used. Well, that's certainly more secure than, you know, just the magical curtain on most planes. So how's Edgeworth CSI Simulator? Well, we have to babysit a flight attendant because we're not allowed to examine the crime scene without supervision because we're under suspicion. And also some rich European art dealer thinks we should be tied up until we land because he thinks we have to be guilty because we were the only one in the lounge close to the time the guy got murdered, blah 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 blah. Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. Ha! Ah! Ah! At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Okay, Dee Dee, what? I didn't make the joke, he made the joke. What, you got a problem with my that's not really funny laugh, but I'm gonna laugh anyway because I'm expected to laugh? But where should we start from? Examining the body? Usually a good place to go. You have a problem with my laugh? Rude. Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself. I said it for the sillies. Fair enough. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself. I just read that twice. Which would make me the prime suspect. Well, this is awkward. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere. If we were to believe what you say is true, then yes. The first order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. Bam, 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 ba bam, 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 na 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 na. All right. Let's see. There's some spilled grape juice. It's not wine. It's definitely not wine. Certainly not wine. Hey, the blood's not pink. It's not blood. It's wine. Or grape juice or whatever. I don't know why they're so averse to alcohol in this game. Maybe it's because it's technically marketed to teenagers. Not in our family-friendly game, yeah. God forbid that adults have alcohol. There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. Can't be accused of encouraging teen drinking, even though I'd say a fair number of families have a family member who has a glass of something or other before, after, or during dinner. But did it have to be in front of the body? A good question. As if most supermarkets don't have walls of it. Yeah, that too. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence. Oh, we must clean that up or someone might get hurt. Aha! What is it? I found some very important evidence. Ah, yes. Footprints, and also looks like... If I learned anything from Danganronpa, tire treads? Or wheel treads?
Take that!
What is it? They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they are a set of footprints. Quick! Everybody! Check the bottom of everyone's shoes! We need to find someone who has stains on the bottom of their shoe, because we all know how impossible it is to get grape juice stains out of stuff. I'm not wearing shoes? Well, neither am I, but... Also, ad break in about 45 seconds. So once it starts, I will go grab some agua, some water. Then we will keep on going. Yes, these belong to our killer. Oh, then maybe we should check the sushi. Let's try that again. Check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class. I don't think that will be of any help to us. Or, check it for stains on the bottom of the shoe, but like, whatever, I guess. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Oh. I see. Rest in peace, ma'am. Alright, let's see. Let's save while we're thinking of it. Perfect. Alright. I will be right back. It's ad break time. Gonna get some agua. Y'all get up, stretch, walk around if you need to do, and I will be right back. Don't chug the grape juice while I'm gone, guys, okay? Okay. Wow. Hello, I'm back. Alrighty. Excuse me, now that we have been rehydrated. Excuse me, oh goodness. Let us keep going. Woohoo! Onwards, 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 onwards. Onwards with Edgy Worth. Let's see. A pity that a bronze statue knows not when a good drink has been spilt at its feet. What a poem. This is a statue of our founder, Mr. Ugo Hughes. Oh, and that's why it's Go You Airlines. He was a big fan of grape juice. I'm sure he would be thrilled if he knew so much grape juice was here at his feet. Is that a hint of hero worshipping I detect? Is it? I don't know. Totally not grape juice, as there's an ice bucket. He loved grape juice so much, sometimes he would fall and pass out. You know, the fructose and stuff like that. Got drunk off it fermenting in his stomach. It's a terrible tragedy. What or who is this? The bronze statue of the founder of Go You Airlines. The one on the left is when he was in his 40s, and the other one is him in his 80s? They look exactly the same. Did the man age at all over those 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more. He's like Araki from the author of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. He keeps joking he's a vampire, and the man has not aged since he started the series. Glasses and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence. Why would you have candles on a plane? Having open flames on a plane seems like a very, very bad idea. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off. I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious. Yes, this poor boy is afraid of earthquakes. This grand piano is the pride of this plane. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive. It's not even... I'm sorry. It's not... Is it even a real piano? That's not a piano! It's more like an overgrown music box. Ah, but it's keys to press along with the music as though there really is someone playing it. Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. Imagine getting something the size of a grand piano and it's not even an actual grand piano. These counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds, they tell me nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, you look like you're talking to the clouds. Is that so? Then tell me, what do you suppose I said to them? I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation. The clouds, they tell me nothing. I see. They started to sound like Nick Edgeworth. These bottles and glasses have been broken by the turbulence. Rip. There is quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful. Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear you of any suspicion. I wasn't warning for the sake of getting brownie points. This toppled over chair, yet another victim of the turbulence. So many victims. Oh no! Look at all that grape juice staining the back. It may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable. It was? Yes, it was used when the Rocker Pals came to tour this plane. The Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals? I can't believe you never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They added the Pals part as they became more popular. Oh, I see. Why? Why did they add the Pals? Okay. Ah, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Okay, boomer. On second thought, I can already see how confusing the conversation would get. Oh, gumshoe. Wow, Miss Rhoda's on the magazine. Genre, suspense, hard-boiled action. Runtime, 120 minutes. A 2-hour action movie. Wow. Is he holding the plane? I don't think. No, he's holding a gun. It just blends in with this tank top. Treat yourself to the cuisine of gods, okay? Complimentary service for all your dietary needs. All times shown correspond to our departure time zone. Thank you for choosing GoU Airlines. We wish you have a pleasant flight. That is not really the best English, but okay. Should be we wish you have a pleasant flight? Or maybe we hope you have a pleasant flight would be a little more natural. What I miss? Grape juice. What floors does this elevator service? Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew keycard. So technically this is a 3-decker plane, not a 2-deck. Because there's the first floor, second floor, and then there's the cargo hold. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nooker and cranny, he says. Buddy had a lanyard. I wonder what was hanging off this lanyard. Great question. Something's missing from this picture. Now, if I could just put my finger on it. Money is strewn all over the floor. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hicks's wallet at some point. Oh, are these credit cards? Okay, I thought maybe one of these was his ID card, and that's what was on the lanyard, but... What is this sinister-looking figure on the floor here? Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Captain Ugo. Is it a tanuki? one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. There is a store on the plane! This just gets crazier and crazier. This bank is a limited edition, and it's so popular that we're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop? Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment. But it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks's body was discovered. There's blood on here. Could this have been the murder weapon? That's one really sharp corner if that's the murder weapon to make the entire back of his head bloody. I doubt anybody was expecting to find a dead body in an elevator on this flight. Yeah, generally people don't expect to find dead bodies either in elevators or on flights or in elevators on a flight. Anywhere really. Most people don't expect to find dead bodies. Joggers though. Joggers should anticipate the potential because they always seem to be the ones that find the dead bodies on TV. If you expect to find a body, your life is rough. Yeah. Unless you're in law enforcement, but yeah. Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. Alright, let's just get Maya Fey in here to channel his spirit for you. I see she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seems to have appeared. A critical case of the Delulus. Our girlie is not doing well. Alright. Victim's body. There's stuff in his pocket, too. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks's head. Could this be the cause of death? I mean, it's a good chance. He appears to have been struck very hard. Even his glasses are broken. But they stayed on his head. So it's not like he got hit on the back of the head and his glasses fell off. So why are his glasses broken? Pocket. There's something sticking out of his pocket. As, you know, things sticking out of pockets are wont to do. They just kind of poke their heads out and go, ow, ow. I am either something very critical, or I am a used tissue. Hope you won't mind if I take a look at what it's inside, and hopefully it's not a used tissue. It's a picture. Wait, he had his cell phone on the lanyard. Oh my god. Mr. Hicks was ahead of his time. Because now girls have little purses. Is that a Mario Throb? I don't think so, considering it has arms. Well, Throbs do have arms. It's got a little extra decorations on it, so I don't know. I know this statue does have a name in this case. I just can't remember. Arms where? Under its mouth. It's like, it's got arms under its chin. Can't tell me that's not a Thromp? I mean, the eyes are red. It's got like some kind of crown on its head. A Thromp doesn't have that. Thromps also don't have the bangs around the eyes. I thought it was just a butt chin. No, those are arms. Those are arms. Well, now we know what's on the lanyard. Anyway. Oh, hang on. Back. Let's put some stuff together first. A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. The Mario 64 ones have both arms and legs. True, they do. I mean, there's Thromps and there's also Womps, which are two different things. Thromps are the rectangular ones with the limbs, and Thwomps are the spiky blocks. So, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out. There are also Bob-Bombs. Bob-Bombs are an entirely different problem here. And Goombas and also Kappas are Koopas, if you think of it. And did you know that Bowser's name is only in the English version? In the Japanese, he's just King Koopa? Okay, Dee Dee, you started it. You started listing every other Mario enemy. So, you know, I have to one-up your smart-assness. Yes, what is it? The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head. Well, aren't we deserving of the Master of the Obvious title? Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating? It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it. I can't think of any other connection. You know who else is worth that title? Who? Usually on display in the in-flight shop, found at the crime scene with blood on it. Dun 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 dun. Me? Where was the killer? Just gonna... Nice! True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. Anyway, you got this? Thank you. But if the killer was in the elevator alone with the victim, then that's a different story. In the elevator with Hicks. Broken glasses. Spilled grape juice. Okay. I think that's all I can put together right now. Somehow connected to any of the evidence. Eureka! The fucking Eureka! What a frickin' nerd. Mr. Hicks's machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? Ahem, his cell phone, Miss Tornado. Ah, so I guess because it's not here. Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Oh my god, is that a QWERTY? I haven't seen one of those in forever. It's either a QWERTY or it's just one of the old bricks. It's hard to tell just looking at it from this angle, but... yeah, I bet. You bet I'm right that it's a QWERTY, or that I haven't seen a QWERTY in a long time. I mean, they were all the rage like 10 years ago, you know, before iPhone was a thing. The cool kids had the swipe QWERTY phones, yeah. Is there anything else? You pick? I'll have you know the iPhone was very much a thing 10 years ago. It was. But I did have one 10 years ago. And a lot of my friends didn't either. My first smartphone was in 2013? Somewhere around there. But yeah, I guess 10 years ago would have been 2014, not 2010 in my brain, but 20 years old. Crazy, man. Oh, that's right. There's no grape juice residue on the soles of his shoes, making it highly unlikely that Mr. Hicks entered this elevator after the turbulence. Okay. Is there anything else? Doesn't seem like it. Is there anything I missed? The store leads to the flight attendant's room, but please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel. The room is giving off the scent of women's perfume. Jesus, one would think that perfume would smell great. However, to me, it simply smells. Edgeworth does not like floral fragrances confirmed. Perhaps we should return to the investigation. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. Getting high off the fumes. Alright. Nothing else to find, so there's obviously stuff I'm missing here. Nice! Okay, there we go. I have it! I'm sorry, but I don't understand. What do you have? I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yes, it's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather, the grape juice. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact, that someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself? But if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see that the soles are spotless. Which means Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. Woohoo! Investigation complete. Nailed it. What's going on over there? I see. Leaf Scarab. I? Deer. That's a Pokemon. Leaf. Keyblade. Scissorblade. Leaf. Jin. Light bulb? Beg on your knees. Keyblade. Pokemon. Leaf. Beg on your knees. Keyblade. I. Person. Pokemon. Other eyeball. Kamehameha. Scissors. Jin. Arrow. Unbelievable! This is unforgivable. Do you understand what I am saying? The movie is late. It is the same level of bad as if the plane arrived late. Literally, there's been a murder, dude. The movie? What? I will not talk to you anymore. You are just wasting my time. What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there is no emergency, please return to your seat. Do not tell me what to do. I need not to sit down. That dude is gonna have some crazy upper arms after shaking them endlessly. Also some crazy high blood pressure. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you're innocent yet? If you would like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. What? Nonsense! Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken, merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me more about what you saw in detail. Fine! Suit yourself, finger gun. Bang, bang. His necklace reminds me of Fiddlehead Ferns. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. You know, just in case the children don't remember how to read time on an analog clock while playing this game. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at that time, must be the criminal. Related to clocks, fun fact, a common cognitive test is drawing a clock and setting the time, because it, as you start losing mental faculties, you start losing the ability to actually draw a clock as well as, like, you know, follow some instructions. There was literally someone that I saw while we were grading tests and stuff that they they drew like the alarm clock, like the digital clock variant, and it's like, you usually only see kids do that. Usually an elderly client would draw, you know, an analog clock. After all, the only person in the lounge at that supposed time of the murder was me. So, my eyewitness testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come. Let me see. Why do we have to destroy it? Hurry, do I look like a man who is having the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder. Dude is righteous AF. Find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow and fast. Okay. Let's see. Point to the 6 and the 12. His fit is trash? Yeah, he's got some interesting fashion sense. Surely we just don't understand. Are those gunshot wounds? No, those are sunflowers. He's an art dealer, remember? They're probably meant to be based off Van Gogh's sunflowers. You gotta put your contacts in? Yeah. Watching a stream with glasses on, if you need glasses to see, generally a good idea. Kind of crazy, I know. Alright. Shush? No. I will not shush. When you're being silly, you deserve to be called out for being silly. Alright, and what do we have to present? The glass, missing phone. We found at 6:15 inside elevator first floor. Don't think that tells us anything yet. Okay, probably have to press, so we might as well start at the beginning.
Hold it!
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course I saw what was inside. And you're sure the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man. Those are sunflowers. Yes, those are sunflowers. This last outburst is a bit too important to let go. I mean, I can see how you would think they were explosions without glasses, but yeah, no, they're sunflowers. Alright, so now we should be able to...
Objection!
Ah, perfect. Mr. LeBlanc. Well, well, well. What is it? There is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and will you admit you also spilled it with the blood? No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Yes, footprints. Congratulations. Yes, the ones that lead from the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. Now he's sweaty. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Arrow, Aquarius, Deer, Pokemon Eye, another Pokemon Kamehameha on your knees, Keyblade, Jin, Pokemon, Eyeball, Scarab. Can you please translate for us? You like this language? Me too. Also, ma'am, you're not wearing a bra. We can see your nip-noop poking through. Why are you like this? Also, you have no frickin' pupils. No way. That's totally impossible, is I guess what he said. No way. That is totally impossible. Bro has 1, 2, 3, 4 chins. Rip. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. And I suppose she's right, but he doesn't seem to be lying. But then, what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Sir, what are you doing? What are you doing? Mr. LeBlanc, please, just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? There, sir. There. What I saw, part 2. I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me, and I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear there was no one else inside, no one. Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm down. What? Dare you two have an issue with my eyewitness testimony? No. Please forget I said anything, I baby. Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth. I was very upset. Blah, 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 blah. I was checking the time over and over again. Why? I assume because of the movie, but... Getting folded by a dude with fortune. Why were you so attentive to the time? Prepare to be folded! Because something unforgivable was happening. Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me my time in money! You understand the point. Yes, we'll be sure to pay you in money. Movie? Is he talking about the one in the in-flight one? Summary of the plot and its start time. Interesting. So movie was supposed to be 6 to 8. Okay. Assuming the time zones are correct. They were supposed to show License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. Oh, they banned it. Interesting. Now I really want to see this movie. I looked forward greatly to that movie. By the way, are you actually playing? Yes, I am. That's why everyone was talking about it. It was one of the games chat voted in for me to play during my birthday stream. The schedule was right in Discord, yeah. Spoil doesn't read, I guess. Doesn't check the announcements tab. I could graduate? I could post my graduation in the announcement tab and Zexit wouldn't even know until I just suddenly stopped streaming. It's just what? It's just a tragedy. Okay, look. Zexu's had a fever for the past few days. The brain cells got fried. They got cooked. Like eggs. Well, we'll forgive him this time. The brain cells literally died off. I don't know if you should be admitting to the fact that your fever killed off your brain cells, but... I checked my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. Or, you know, you could have just kept the TV screen on, if that's a thing. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. Oh, well, there's your mistake. But the movie was still late. Very, very late.
Hold it!
Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's alright. The movie I wanted to see would not start, so I checked my pocket watch many times. Set to my destination's time. I always set it when I board the plane. Unfortunately for you, flights usually operate on the time zone that they departed from. That's why, you know, when the plane's about to land, they tell you the local time. For a guy that you presume travels a lot because he's an art dealer, he's pretty dumb.
Objection!
Tisku, tisku, tisku. Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. I even said my pocket watch. Blah, 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 blah. I like the pursuit music in this game. Like every Phoenix Wright game, like Ace Attorney game, has a different version of the pursuit music when you're like closing in on the truth. I really like this version. Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. I mean, yes, that's worth. Yes, and the correct time is worth it 6 cents. Oh, I hate to tell you that you are 6 cents short then. I would like you to take a look at this. Literally, bold text. I mean, English isn't his first language. So maybe he speaks it better than he reads it, but still. If you believe this Sky magazine, clocks on this flight ran in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Miss Toneto, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point. That's right, it was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Zenfa. They shrank China down to a postage stamp, apparently. But we didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now we are still running on Borginian time. What? The time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. Wow! That is quite some wind. Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, It would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. So, like a few $1,000s. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m. That should clear up all the remaining accusations. So this basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right? Yes, because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death would be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time? And what was he doing? I've got something to say. And you are? Yeah, oh, I'm chamomile, you know, like chamomile? I'm a flight attendant. And I don't wear a bra. Bras are restricting. Bras are banishment. Bras are punishment. And what is it you wish to say? Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know? What? How can you be so sure of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button while we were parked at the transfer point. Why is that the time that you zone back into the stream? Because I mentioned bras and boobies. That's why. A message from Captain Hugo. This flight will be making a brief stop to refuel and transfer cargo in the Republic of Zenfa between 4 and 5 a.m. We ask that all passengers remain on board on that time. Thank you for your cooperation. Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any of the passengers leave, or did any new ones board this flight? No. Not a single person got off or on in Zenfa. What about the flight crew? The few who were handling the cargo might have gotten off on or off temporarily. But eventually, everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. So basically, I can assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind. So the killer is definitely on the plane. The call was coming from inside the house, as they say. Yeah, and I answered his call. I can tell you Mr. Acme Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. I see. How wonderful. How gracious of you. Alright, that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:50. Or sorry, that puts the time of murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m. I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Zenfa. Oh! Yes? You were here the whole time from 5 years, so Edgeworth, what have you done? Then you are the one who could be the killer. Mr. Edgeworth. Were you really here in the lounge this entire time from 5 a.m. onwards? Maybe. Unfortunately, yes. But then how do we explain the footprints, huh? Huh? It's not that obvious. Not really. Explain it to us like we're 12. This man waited for Mr. Hicks here in the lounge, waited to kill him. And then he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken, but what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter. Because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge. Except, bro, never got out of the elevator. Everything happened in this lounge. Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc? What? Do you have another idea? I simply feel that there is something out of place in the scenario presented, and why are you sweating so much? Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge? The photo or the cell phone? Probably the cell phone?
Take that!
No! Grasping for weeds. Ah, crap. Fine. I didn't mean to pull that piece out. It was a simple slip of the hand, of course. Alright. I guess? Would it be the grape juice again? It's weird when these games make you use the same piece of evidence twice, but... These footprints, in which direction do you think these are headed? Also, ad starts in 50 seconds, so we'll be taking another break momentarily. That would be the in-flight shop. Correct, they are headed in the direction of the shop. But they look disconnected. They end all of a sudden. You're right to point out that they do not form one continuous trail to the shop. However, there is another piece of evidence that connects the shop to our crime scene. Besides the footprints, what else points to the in-flight shop? Oh, the piggy bank.
Take that!
The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there, and it's not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? It just went for a little walk, you know? Okay, ad break in progress. I will be right back. Get up, stretch, all that good stuff. Hang tight. Hello. I am back. Got some more water. This one has ice in it, so I apologize if you hear it swish around at any point. I try and mute the mic when I'm drinking something with ice in it, so excuse me. But sometimes I forget, so here we go. Hey! Coincidentally, we got the water bottle to pop up with the random graphic the one time I'm actually drinking water. Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared it, take it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you are innocent at all. Rude ass. There's no way to win with this man. Hold it, if I may. What is it? You see, well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says. Oh, and why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And when was this? It was maybe around 5:40 a.m. Isn't that just before we hit that patch of turbulence? She's a busy woman. She's the only flight attendant on this plane that actually does any work, apparently. You were in the shop just before the turbulence. Yes, I was. Come to think of it, Miss Gennaro, when I found the body, I believe he came out of that door. Yes, I did. And what is beyond that door? We already went over this, Edgeworth. It's the flight attendant's room. That's the flight attendant's room. We checked this earlier, bro. Then you on the first floor? Yes. I had to do something at the shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room. Are you saying you passed by me at some point? Yes, you seemed really into the issue of Sky Magazine you were reading at the time. Damn. Edgeworth completely zoned out. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was. That must be some interesting in-flight magazine. Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Why did you go to the shop in the first place? So that's technically none of your business. I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes, upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know. In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. Shall we head over there, then? What is it now? Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're all right. Huh? That's weird. What is? I don't like this. Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said he did give you permission to do anything like that at all. is the meaning of this, Miss Tornado?
It means she's lying. Go on. Admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't, and yet, here you are.
You, flight attendant, what are you trying to do? Pull the sheep over us? Yes, we're trying to pull the sheep over you. Her eyes are so scary. Like, the fact they're so blank. Terrified.
Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way.
But you sleep on the job. Miss Tornado, why would you do such a thing?
Please excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would follow me, I will be your guide from now on.
There's something about Miss Tornado that has piqued my curiosity. It's definitely not the booba. But right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. You just gonna keep wagging your finger at me, bro? I am really mad. Okay, okay, you could just... Why does he need the evidence? What are you, the judge? Don't number the birds before they are born. Don't count the chickens before they hatch. Come on, Edgeworth. Don't count your chickens before they hatch? Yes, congratulations. You can prove that you graduated law school now. Edgeworth started practicing law at like age 19 to 21. Cannot figure out common idioms. So this is the in-flight shop. It's quite a mess in here. Yay, 50% off. Luggage with... Are those supposed to be polka dots? I cannot tell. Also, something seems to have conveniently broken free. Just of that door, though.
Oh no, guess I'll have to clean things up.
Hold on! You can't clean up a potential crime scene?
Oh, thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much.
Delightful. I mustn't rush things here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Yes. Yes, cool, calm, and collected. Cool, calm, and collected. Because the piggy bank was left at the crime scene. Because the piggy bank was left at the crime scene, there is a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. Begin investigation. In-flight shop. Alright. What do we got? What do we got? The glass from this display case door is shattered all over the floor. Delightful. And it looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Wait, actually, I think there is something. What's this? A mini captain's hat? Cammy, is your plushie missing his hat? No, it doesn't look like he's missing the hat. Okay. Or maybe it belongs on the piggy bank? Stuffed toys, just like the one Miss Meal is holding. They're relatively cheap, which explains why they're displayed so haphazardly. RIP. How about it, Mr. Edward? You know you want one too. They're great for when you're stressed. The way she's just staring at the camera. Why do I envision stuffed animal abuse when she says that? I mean, technically they have to feel for that, but... let's see. Inside this display case is a row of lifesavers and life vests for sale. My first thought was the candy. Whoops. We sell a lot of those when there's some kind of accident or something. But some people buy them even when there's nothing going on. You're selling life-saving measures while there's an accident? That is called profiteering. Care to buy one? I sense that the shop is one shopper away from being sued. And that is probably Edgeworth. Oh, nope, wrong one. What? What are these? Suitcases, duh. Oh, these are our company's completely original line of suitcases. They're practically flying out the door. That's how popular they are. That's why you're totally having a 50% off sale. You should buy one and see how you like it. You won't regret it. Perhaps that's how things work on this flight, but in the real world, you try, then buy. That's not how it works, okay. No way, but either way, it doesn't really matter. True. Either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they've boarded the plane? I don't know, maybe they need another one. Maybe they really like it. Are those gourds? I have no idea what those mysterious shapes are. Anyway, see that? Just look at the Captain Ugo heads. That's what... Oh, I see. They look a little... They look a little possessed. It is certainly making something jump inside my stomach. RIP. Huh? Oh, I guess there's no fooling your refined taste. You looked like you really wanted to get one. And I thought I was going to finally make my first sale, but you saw right through it. Glad that's done though. Never make me try to give you a sales pitch ever again, okay? But I never showed any interest to begin with. It really is pretty horrible, isn't it? You want to know something? The suitcase was designed by Miss Rhoda. Miss Tenero designed this. We have some questions. Yeah, it was a company-wide contest. I mean, the other designs must have been truly atrocious if hers is what got picked. I mean... Well, it does have a very sharp design sense.
Ha, sharp? Like stinky sharp cheddar, maybe? I really have no idea why the bigwigs decided to go with it. It's so... bleh. Mr. Nail designed this, did she? It's definitely not what I would have expected.
Whoa! Runaway suitcase! You okay?
I'm fine. Please watch yourself, Miss Meal. Letting a suitcase freely roll around has to be a safety violation. Plain shaking caused it to roll. In-flight suitcase displays can be hazardous. Here, I'll put it back.
Oh, true. It doesn't have the stoppers. I just noticed that. Like the suitcase on the right has stoppers. This one doesn't. Which means someone moved that suitcase somewhere. And then did put the stoppers back. There is a wide selection of souvenirs for sale. You know what I'd suggest? Sorry, but I have no intention of buying souvenirs on this trip.
Okay, then how about you buy something for me then, as a present?
Girl is trying. You are barking up the wrong tree. I can't think of a single reason why I'd want to buy you anything. Well, at least he's honest.
But I've had my eye on that pendant for such a long time. Try paying some attention to me when I ask you something, and then we'll talk.
And then she's back to spacing out. Alright, is there... There are all kinds of luxury name brand merchandise for sale in this display case.
And they're lined up in such a manner as to scream, "Buy me!"
Well, that is how display cases usually work. Alright, let's see. We got anything? Tiny captain's hat. Murder weapon? And here we go. The piggy bank has a captain's hat. The hat probably used to be on the piggy bank's head. Let's give it a go and see. Hey! Looking so dapper. I believe this piggy bank was forcibly removed from this display case. Does this mean that the killer broke the glass to get at it? I mean, the glass is on the outside, which means the force came from inside the case, because otherwise the glass would fall inwards.
Really? Don't tell me you don't know what things go where in this shop. Well, I don't. Miss Rhoda's in charge of this place. So, come on, how should I know anything? I'm just here to be cute and super dumb. You know.
I sense that further inspection of this display case is needed. Okay, suitcase. So probably still got some more. Or do we talk to Kami? Oh wait, hold on. We have more stuff. Well, the rest until I've inspected every single nook and cranny. Wee-hoo! These are disturbing. What are these? Dun 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 dun. Is this the same man as the one portrayed by the statues?
Yeah, that's a paperweight. Oh god, on the bottom shelf we have the cute one, the middle shelf is the realistic one. And on the top shelf, that's the floral version. I don't know about that. Let me guess. You just said the first thing that came to your mind, right? Looks like I hit the bullseye. Alright. The glass on this door is broken. Perhaps there was the killer who broke it. But it's a bit odd that the inside of the case is so devoid of glass shards. Correct. Plus, the glass broke rather cleanly. Ah! What is it? I touched the glass and it cut my finger! It hurts! Please tell me you can deal with such a minor cut on your own. You know how to give yourself first aid, right? Oy, oy, oy. For security, there's a lock on this display case. The one who's in charge of the shop is Miss Rhoda, so she's got the keys. I see. Oh, I bet you want to buy something. Do you want me to go get the key from her? No, that's alright. He's like, Lord help me. Alright, is there anything else? There's those. Okay. Any of the evidence I hold.
Eureka!
There is definitely something very unusual about this. About what? If the killer had broken the glass to get at the Captain Ugo bank, there should be shards inside the case. Oh, I see. I guess it would be like that. I didn't pass school. However, there's not a single piece of glass inside the display case. Which means the glass was broken from the inside out. Mr. Ugo really wanted to go for a walk. The piggy bank must have fallen over from the turbulence and right through the glass. Yeah, that's for sure. There's so much glass all over the floor. I'm willing to bet that this hat was knocked off its head at that time, too. Eh? That's nice. Which leads me to believe that the killer took the Captain's Ugo bag from here after the turbulence. Woohoo! There she goes. Take your power naps on your own time, Miss Meal, and listen when I'm talking to you. Oh! The murder occurred before the turbulence, which rules this piggy bag out as the murder weapon. So you mean the bank's not the real murder weapon? It's a fake? Yes, at this point, it's a very real possibility. But then what if when the killer went to take Captain Ugo, they broke the glass by accident? The display case is locked, so that's highly unlikely. Yeah, but there's one person you could have. Oh, and who would that be? Miss Rhoda, of course. I mean, she's the one in charge of this place, so she has the keys to everything. Miss Rhoda Tenero. I wonder. Okay. Suitcase. And turbulence. Connect. Nice. Yes. There is definitely something wrong here.
What's with the sudden yelling? Tell me, Miss Meal. Don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases?
Oh, well, sure. They totally is strange, like the color and the such.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're scaring me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry.
Ahem. These suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper. Yeah, they look a bit uptight, don't they? But I guess they take after their creator.
Hi, Pep. I know. It's almost dinner time. The cats are like, Mother. Mother, it's 9:30. Mother. Look, I'm pretty sure we're almost done this section of the game. So just hold tight, guys, okay? Again, that's not what I mean, Miss Meal. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are the only things undisturbed by the turbulence? Never mind. I'd sooner find an answer by inspecting these. Well. Upon closer inspection, they really are quite hideous. I wonder how Miss Rhoda would have reacted if she heard what you just said.
What's wrong?
She makes a good point. It would be wise of me to watch what I say out loud. Yeah, you could hurt someone's feelings, you know? What's this? I've spotted something not quite right. Oh, the wheel guards? Oh, also the wheel is... This is the only wheel that is red. All the others are blue, so this is the grape stain.
Take that!
There's something very peculiar about these wheels.
Huh? As in,
there are no stoppers in place. Without stoppers, one would think that the turbulence would have sent it flying. And so it is very likely the suitcase was placed here after we hit that turbulence. Let's take a closer look. This really is one hideous looking suitcase. Poor Miss Rhoda. It would appear to be unlocked. Let's take a look at what's inside. That is a really vibrant pattern inside too. A piece of cloth. And it's soaked with blood. Ah, it's blood. It appears that this suitcase is very strongly tied to our murder after all. Investigation complete! Yay, health back.
so explain this to me. Because I'm, dumb. So, what does the suitcase have to do with the murder?
I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used this suitcase in some manner. Such as to move something perhaps, like the body?
But aren't you just talking about the cloth then?
I know, Pep. I'm getting tapped on the arm. She's very polite before she gets demanding.
But aren't you just talking about the cloth then? That alone is too small.
A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of. The thing I believe the killer used this suitcase to transport is...
Take that!
Something that would fit inside a suitcase that is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? Go use suitcase. And the bloody cloth. But, in light of this, I'd say that Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator from someplace else. Which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location.
So you're saying saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it? Exactly. What is it? Nothing, just that I was thinking about what Miss Rhoda said about coming here for something. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Uh-oh. I want to give you a bit more time, but I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. I'm very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but the captain feels that he has allowed you ample time. He says that he'd appreciate it if you could wrap it up here and return to your seat. I understand his sentiments, however. If I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. If I must stop, then I insist I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the two sites. Under your supervision, of course. If that is your only condition, then I believe we can accommodate your wishes. I'm here to assist you in any way that I can, Mr. Edgeworth. Sounds like fun! We could camp out and watch over everything together! Sleepover! Sleepover! I found proof that the real crime scene was not in the lounge. And I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. And yet, regarding what Miss Meal reminded me about Miss Tenero, I can't allow my investigation to end here. The truth must come to light. To be continued. Perfect timing. Woohoo! Dun 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 dun. Yes. Perfecto. Woo! Yeah. Good episode. Good progress. We are one step closer to solving this crime. From my understanding, the cases in this game are much shorter than the original trilogy because, you know, we're not moving around 25 times and also going to trial. So, probably only, like, we might finish this case next time. We will see. But for now, tomorrow, we are going to be playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for the first time. I've never played it. Chat voted it in. So we are finally getting around to it. Since we finished some other stuff that had already been on our list. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST for that. Now, let's see. Who can I send you guys to? Let's send you guys to Perry Indigo. That they're playing Elden Ring. I figured let's change things up. Let's change things up. Because we've coincidentally every single time we've been playing the Ace Attorney Investigations, Nick has been the Race Against Time has been also streaming Ace Attorney games, but I'm like, let's change things up. So, just in time for the raid. Exactly, alright. Here's the raid message. Here is Discord for any lurkers. And that is gonna be it for me. I will see you guys tomorrow for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. For now, that's going to be it for me. Let the Moonbeams power attack and other. Alright. While I'm doing my exit. Alrighty. So, if it's nighttime where you are, have a great rest of your night. And if it's daytime, or rather, if it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. If it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. And until next time, take care of yourself. Wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food, and I will see you next time. Oh, the devastation! Devastation! It's probably gonna be Dracon. Oh, it could be Adrenaline. It's Dracon and Adrenaline. It's Dracon and Adrenaline. Adrenaline wins! Congratulations! You get 500 points. Alright, now we're out of here. Bye! Bye-bye-bye-bye! Why are we fighting? That's what the Battle Royale is for, silly. Alrighty, later, Gators. Bye-bye!